Okay, let's get inspired. So today we are going to do something that you really like a lot, and that is watching me grocery shop. I get it. I love to do the same. But this is a little different because I want to show you how I make my grocery cart my actual medicine cabinet because food is life, Whole Foods especially. And one of the things I have been doing for like what feels like eons now is really prioritizing whole foods. And I know that term gets thrown around a lot, but this is exactly what a whole food is. It is a single ingredient food, like a strawberry, a blueberry, a potato. We can even talk proteins, a chicken breast, a chicken thigh, a ribeye steak. That is a whole food. It has one ingredient, it is in its natural state. Would you agree?
Yes, I would.
It's the hubs right there. So I'm going to go grocery shopping today and bring you with me and show you the things that have really helped to heal my body, transform my health, really help me to hit those gains in the gym, lose body fat, build the beautiful muscle. And I mean, we have some layers, that we still are working through. So you can't see all the superhero muscle in there, but it's coming. I promise it's coming. So the strength, the help with better sleep, the hormonal balance, I mean, all the things. So let's get inside, get to shopping, and I can show you all the things. So, my plan of attack when I do my grocery shopping is to really just live on the outside of the store. And by that, I mean the produce and the proteins, like the meats. So, we're going to start in the produce section first and get all of our goodies here. Now, if I'm being honest, I could live in the produce section. I love it here. I love it so much, specifically the fruits. I could I could go hard on some fruits. I really could. So we have our handy dandy list here. Oh, I missed all the peaches. I gotta back up. Let's get our peaches.
So,
So we are currently in peach season. It's August right now. And oh, these peaches look sad. Girl. Oh, these do not. These
you
look
gotta like open the whole bag and check
you
everything
have
in
to
there.
open the whole bag. Let me do that. So when it comes to produce, and let me back up. And by we, I'm going to say my husband and I, we count our calories and we track our macros, and it feels wet in here. This bag actually looks pretty good. Okay. I think we're solid. So we count our calories and we track our macros, and I would say we're pretty strict across the board and we really try to stay within our parameters. But honestly, the days that I go over, I'm going over my macro count because I am having more fruit, more vegetables, things like that, more protein. It's not typically because I am running around having like 5 pizzas. It's my fantasy, but that's not what's happening. So, getting things like fruit, veggies, I love to prioritize this kind of stuff. These, in case you don't know, they're macronutrients. This would fall more into a carbohydrate, but there are a lot of micronutrients in here. And those are the things like the minerals, the vitamins that your body desperately needs. So you want to make sure you are prioritizing your fruits and your veggies because they're so good for you. Lesson over. So one of the other things I love, love, love is lemons. If you have been here for any amount of time, then you know I do lemon water every single morning. So I don't always reach for organic lemons, but when they have them and they're a good price, I do. When it comes to organics, I really try to focus on buying organics as much as I possibly can, but especially for the things that have a very thin skin or no skin. So think grapes, cherries, apples, pretty much like any greens, any green beans, those kinds of things. Broccoli, those guys don't have a protective layer or a thick one. So I really try to make sure that I stick to organic whenever possible. When it comes to things like lemons, avocados, oranges, these guys have a really thick skin. So I don't worry about it as much. Everything gets washed, but still, if I can go organic, I will. I will. And lemons are life. For my weekly cooking, I'm also going to get a couple of limes because I think in another life I was a citrus tree or a citrus orchard. I love citrus so much, specifically lemons and limes. I love them. Another favorite, the banana. And this guy, again, the thick skin. You don't need organic, but I just really try to get organic as much as possible. And I'm going to share one of my favorite tips with you later. But one of the things I love about bananas is that they have natural melatonin and magnesium and heaps of potassium. Or I'll say potassium. Some people disagree with the heaps, but they do have potassium. And I love them. And whilst we're working, let me start checking things off. Bananas, lemons. So the strawberries are buy one, get one free right now. And I am so excited. We, specifically my husband.
Arsenio, 257, please. Arsenio, dial 257.
It's a new hall.
I'm working here. So we love strawberries, specifically my husband. With strawberries, this is a great example of something that I would absolutely prioritize for organics versus conventional because they do not have a protective layer. And berries get sprayed with a lot. I mean, I think all produce get sprayed with a lot of stuff, but these guys are just more likely to absorb a lot of things because they just don't have that little outfit on the outside. So organic. Ginger root. I love this stuff. I usually get this from Whole Foods because they have the organic version, but no big deal. This guy does have a little protective outfit on, so we are where we are. And I will tell you, my favorite way to use ginger, and I just mean like the processing of ginger, is to freeze it and then grate it. When I try to grate this stuff, when it's just like hot or cold or I want to word that. It's just really hard. It's kind of stringy. So when it's frozen, best way, ginger. Great for teas, great for soups, great for curries, great for upset stomach, great for, menstrual cramps. If you make a ginger tea, like comment down below and tell me if you want to see a video on that, a recipe, a short, whatever. I will do it for you. I have done it. It works. When I had really crippling cramps, ginger to the rescue. And then it is a whole food, a single ingredient, so super clean tea. Okay, the sweet potato. We are a sweet potato family. We're really a potato family. But I will tell you that my favorite sweet potato is the white sweet potato, and it's typically like the Japanese sweet potato. It is so good that these guys, totally a carbohydrate, totally. They do have calories because they have carbs. But such a good carb for you because these do not spike your glucose like, say, cereal. So if you prioritize that type of carbohydrate, so much better for you. It gives you sustained energy versus like a quick spike and then you're screwed. You're not really screwed, but you could like hit a crash. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I know
like
what you're
crash
saying.
and
Yeah.
It's a crash and burn. So we love these. We get the white ones from Whole Foods. They don't have them here, but we love these guys. So onions, I think these are a superfood. I don't love eating onions like big chunkies, but they're good for so many things. And also, if I'm like sauteing onions and garlic, that's like the ultimate potpourri in my house. I love it. I love it. Okay. This is another one, really, really thin skin, so I try to get the organics as much as possible. But I love tomatoes. I think the way my husband loves sweet potatoes that's like the level that I love tomatoes. I could eat tomatoes every single meal. I think I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna swap. Okay. I'm gonna put my in. BRB. The sweet Vidalia. All right. Ooh, these are buy one get one. Yes. All right. So mushrooms, I love mushrooms, but one of the things I really love about mushrooms is that they are really low in calories and super fantastic for bulking up a meal. So if you want to make like a breakfast hash and you throw in some chicken sausage, some eggs, maybe some egg whites, mushrooms, onions, peppers, garlic, what else? You could even do some sweet potato in there, some like cubed up sweet potato. Adding things like this is really going to add some bulk, just like adding egg whites. High protein in the egg whites, very low calories, but these guys, low calories, and you can eat heaps of them. They are buy one, get one, till I'm going to get 4. When you have a good sale, you know? This is the right one? Yeah. Oh, okay. So, mushrooms. Okay. Onward. So, when it comes to nuts, we love a good nut in our home. We love almonds, cashews, pecans. We love pecans and walnuts. Walnuts, I will tell you, so great in omegas and really good for the brain. And here's a good little trick. Is it the walnut I'm thinking of? It is the walnut. It looks like a little brain when it's all together. Such a good brain food. I love the walnut. But today we're here for the almond. Now, this is the little trick I wanted to tell you about. My little hack. My little something. Are you ready? If you have bananas and you pair them with almonds like 30 to 60 minutes before you go to sleep, rumor has it that you sleep better. Now, I have been doing this for like, I don't know, a month now.
Yep.
And it has definitely helped my sleep. And the reason why is because you're talking about nature's melatonin, magnesium, potassium, healthy fats. And when you combine these guys, they are like a magical little powerhouse. And I love them. So comment down below. Let me know if you want to see a video, get the recipe, whatever, and I will hook you up. Trust me. So when it comes to the deli is typically on the outside of the store, like on the perimeter. We don't often hit the deli because deli meats tend to have a lot of sodium and other ingredients in them that just don't agree with the body, you know? For me anyway, they cause a lot of inflammation, a lot of water retention, and ain't nobody got time for that. So now we're hitting the proteins. All right, so ground beef. This is where we come in hard. Get 4 of these?
Yeah. For support.
So we go through a lot of ground beef, and these in particular, because they're 96.4, which again means 96% lean, 4% fat. And these have been really hard for us to find in our area. I've heard other YouTubers say that they've been able to ask their butcher to lean their beef out more like their ground beef, and their butcher's been able to do it. I haven't tried it, but it's on my list of things to try. So we love this one. It is not organic, but it is a good trusted brands, and you know, I don't really know what that means anymore, but if it's with our macros, works well. Now, I will say that I hear more and more about, I hope I'm wording this right, but when it comes to buying like organic beef, for example, and that's like grass-fed, grass-finished, totally organic, no antibiotics, no anything, that I think it's the amino acid profile is better, so you don't get like the inflammation and stuff that you would get from the conventional type of meat. So I need to do more research on that, but I do find it incredibly intriguing. So I think I did get steaks from Whole Foods, so I'm not going to pick any up. But when we do get steaks, we like these organic ribeyes. They are super, super delicious. Ribeye is a fattier cut of beef, but So delicious. So delicious. While I love to prioritize whole foods, which are the single ingredient, I will say that when I get things in a package, I try to find things that have minimal ingredients. So this chicken bone broth, for example, is a really good example of that. So the ingredients are filtered water, organic chicken, organic carrots. That is all that's in there. And for 1 cup, 50 calories, no fat, which is surprising because there's chicken in there. No carbs, and 13 grams of protein in a cup. So I love to use this to make rice. You've seen me do this in my Instant Pot. I love this stuff. I did just get one from Whole Foods that has like turmeric and ginger in it. That one is for sipping, and I totally forgot about it this week, but I want to start hitting it because bone broth is supposed to be so good for you. And I haven't done enough research to do it on my own. So I know there's a process, and you like roast the bones and all the things, and ain't nobody got time for that right now. I have enough stuff on my plate, so I will buy it. This one is not for sipping for me, but you can totally sip this one. I just wanted to try the one with the turmeric and the ginger, but I love making rice with this stuff. I love it. Is that all we need over here? So pork for us, we rarely do pork in our home. And it's really just because pork is so fatty. So the reason that keeps coming up for us is because fat just consumes, or it costs you more calories. So 1 gram of protein, for example, is 4 calories, where 1 gram of fat is 9. And it's the same for carbohydrates. They're like the proteins, 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories, where again the fat is 9. So when you're talking about like you're on a cut, you're in a caloric deficit, and maybe you have 1,600 calories in a day, the amount of pork or fatty beef that you can have in a meal is far less than the amount of lean meat that you can have in a meal, because the lean meat is going to have less fat, which means less calories, which means you can have more of it. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, just I'll explain it better. Can you explain that better?
No, that
Sounds good?
was good.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So we love chicken. I love buying whole chicken. I love buying chicken thighs, skin on, bone in, because I think the flavor is the best. And right now I'm in a point where I can actually eat that stuff. When I first started this journey back in like October, easily for the first like 6 months,
Yeah.
5 to 6 months, I was not doing fattier meat. And when we bought chicken thighs, I was able to enjoy like a much smaller amount, and it had to be boneless and skinless because otherwise it was just way too much for me, and I couldn't eat very much, and that would make me angry. So bone in, skin on, my fave. It has the best flavor, but you know, it comes at a price. So we are getting, they don't have the organic thighs here that are bone and skin on, or the full chicken that's organic. So I did order that from Whole Foods. And if I haven't already said it, we do have a Whole Foods order coming today. I will show you that order when we get it. Something just fell.
My fun.
We'll show you that order when we get it. But, you know, here we are. So we're going to head this way and just keep going down the perimeter. And then we're going to touch a few of the interior aisles. So next on our stop is the eggs. So we have been buying eggs from a farm. They're a little bit cheaper, and they are super clean. So we don't need eggs now, but I am going to get some egg whites because, like I said, it's one of the ways I like to bulk up my breakfast. It's lower in calories. I can add more volume to my breakfast and feel fuller for longer. So egg whites coming up. And then again, even though it's in a package, egg whites is all we're looking at here. Very nice, very nice. So 3 tablespoons of this is 25 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, and 5 grams of protein compared to 1 egg. So 1 large egg, I'm working here. So 1 large egg, I believe, is 70 calories typically.
Yep.
And it has 12 grams of protein. Is that right? 6 grams.
Yeah, 6
grams of protein.
6%.
So when you are prioritizing your protein if you think that you're going to be able to reach your protein limit for the day or your protein floor for the day by eating eggs, we should talk about that because you're going to have to eat a lot of eggs. And the problem you're going to have is that a whole egg has a lot more fat. Actually, it has fat. This has no fat because it's the egg white. It's the egg yolk that has the fat. So if you're eating a lot of eggs, your fat count is going to be much higher, which means you're going to be able to eat less of them. So that's why I like to bulk up with this. And when I do what I eat in a day, I can explain this more or show you exactly what I'm talking about, but this has saved me. So as much as we want to indulge in all this stuff, we just bypass it because it's not good for the body. It's just not. And I won't even say it's not good for the waistline. Like, I don't care about the waistline. I'm more concerned with how it makes me feel. If it inflames me, if it keeps me from sleeping well, if it keeps me from performing well in the gym, feeling my absolute best and strongest, that's where I start to have problems. But the weight loss, I feel like that stuff is organic if you're doing the things that are right for your body. So, you know, we're where we are. Full fat for you?
Full fat for me. Should I get some chocolate milk too?
You want a chocolate milk?
No, I think it's...
Oh. Just one or two?
2 should be fine. I'm on a bulk, so...
Yeah.
Full fat works for...
Oh, so sorry, Dork. So sorry.
On the cut, it was... fat-free.
Yeah. Now it's today. So when it comes to milk, I will just tell you, for me, I prioritize nut milk. I don't drink dairy milk. And this milk here from Fairlife is lactose free. One of the things I'm experimenting with is doing dairy free and also lactose free. So I have a sensitivity to dairy, not an intolerance. And what happens for me is that I get super congested. I will get inflamed too, but I get congested immediately. I start sneezing. I sound like I have a cold. My face might get a little bit puffy. So based on my research, it seems like that has more to do with the protein enzymes. Is that right?
Yeah.
The enzymes in the protein, which is in the milk itself, versus the lactose. So if you are sensitive to dairy, there are those two different things. You could be sensitive to the enzymes in the protein, which means you are sensitive to dairy, or you could be sensitive to the lactose. And the lactose, you'll know because you get stomach upset. You might get like stomach pain. You might get the poops, both the P's, you know, it's a thing. So you may have seen me use this milk in other videos, but the Elmhurst is hands down my favorite. It is basically whatever nut is on there and water. I love their almond milk. I haven't tried their cashew. I have tried their walnut. The hazelnut is my favorite. So just know when you're doing a nut milk, the fat content is going to be a little bit higher, but the hazelnut is my favorite. And I think their hazelnut is lower in fat. So cashew will always be higher, but they're so creamy and delicious and just, but I love Elmhurst. And I can show you a label, show you what I mean. So
Only 2 of you. Start that.
yeah, this is 2 ingredients. So here's the ingredient list: filtered water and almonds. Okay, so we have done the perimeter. Now we're going to hit a few of the aisles and get a few things in there. So never saying that we don't go down the aisles, but we just don't prioritize them. The majority of the things we eat are whole foods. So we do indulge from time to time. We will have some ice cream. We'll have, you know, whatever. But we really limit that. So we're not doing it every day. We don't even do it every single week. We really try to control things. One of my absolute favorite brands, because again, I am dairy sensitive, is Oatly. I love the Oatly brand. And I'm not saying it's the absolute cleanest. I'm not saying it's the one with the least amount of ingredients, but this one has worked for me. So on the rare occasion that I do have some ice cream, I do love the Oatly one. And I have a couple at home. I have the strawberry and the mint chip at home, and they're almost done. So I think I'm going to get more for those times that I have a little craving.
And since she's getting ice cream, I think I'll get ice cream as well.
She started it. Hi, how are you?
Bless you.
So yeah, it's really not bad. The ingredient list, I mean, she's got a little bit of length, but these flavors are so delicious, and this one has done my body right. I don't get inflamed with this. I don't feel bloated. I don't get like all stuffed up. So works really well. Oh, Halo Top.
Gotta get some Halo Top. I think I'm going to try the mix-ins and get a strawberry cheesecake. Can you take that? And
Yeah.
salted caramel.
So one of the things that we love about Halo Top, and I don't eat Halo Top, my husband does, but one of the nice things about them is that they do have these lower calorie ice creams. And look, this is not the creamy situation that is like Baskin Robbins or Hershey's ice cream or whatever, but it is still really good. And to enjoy a little sweet treat and not break your caloric bank is really, really nice.
Yeah. 300 calories for a pint of ice cream?
Yeah, and some are under 300, aren't they?
No, I think 300.
Oh, there's a 290.
Oh, 290.
Leighton not out of grocery anymore.
For vanilla bean, 290.
So these are a little higher in calories, but 290, 300, 330, not bad at all. Oh, speaking of Baskin Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, buy one, get one.
Not on the list, but it is buy one, get one.
Not on the list, but I love, like, almost anything Siete makes. I love, it's really clean. It agrees with my body. I don't get inflamed or feel bloated or any of the telltale signs that something is just not vibing with you. I love these beans. I really like...
Should we get 4?
We can, yeah. I really like to make my own beans and do my own refried beans, but I don't always have time for that. So these come in perfect in a pinch. And because they're buy one, get one, we're gonna get 2 of each. I love the pinto and I love the black beans. So good. These, our favorites. We love these granola bars. Oh, they only have one of these.
They got more.
Oh, they have more. Do you want to get 2 of each?
Yeah.
Ones.
And
Yes. So in a pinch, when we have to be somewhere and we are a little hungry, these are really good. They're low in calories. The ingredient list is pretty small. So we love made good granola bar. And these little granola bites, so good. So good. So our shopping excursion is done, at least at this store. So we're gonna head to the checkout and I will see you back at the house to show you all the goodies that we got, including our Whole Foods haul. BRB. We made it home and I'm about to show you the haul from our first grocery shop. So just remember, I will show you momentarily our Whole Foods delivery order and go through all of that. So if you're wondering why we don't have any greens in here, we typically get that stuff from Whole Foods, but you'll see. So let me show you everything we got and show you the medicine cabinet, if you will. So starting off down here, we have our lemons, which again, I am so obsessed with lemons. It is ridiculous. We have our chicken bone broth, the Fairlife full fat milk, and this is for my husband. He's on a bulk right now, so he can afford to have the extra fat. This is the egg whites that I talked about. I love to use this to bulk up my breakfast. So fantastic, lower in calories, 0 fat, and really just adds some good bulk to a meal. Our peaches, because I am obsessed. And I didn't say this earlier, but this is typically my pre-workout. And it just gives me the fuel that I need early in the morning when we're hitting the gym at like 5 a.m. I can't do anything heavy before I do a workout session. I also do not do well with like a pre-workout, anything with caffeine. So I just love to have a piece of fruit, a banana, an apple, something like that, just to give me some really good carbohydrates to work off of during my workout. We have our ground beef. This is the 96.4, which has been fantastic for us. Such a game changer. I'm so happy that we found this 96.4. We have our siete refried beans. So we got 2 of these pinto beans, and then we got 2 of these black beans, and these guys were buy one, get one free, which fabulous. We got some tomatoes on the vine. I am obsessed with tomatoes. I especially love them, the on the vine guys. I just love the flavor so much. I got my Oatly ice cream so that I can enjoy a little sweet treat every now and then. So like I said, I do have some of this in the freezer right now, both of these flavors, the strawberry and the mint chip, but I've had them forever because I don't even enjoy these once a week. It's super rare. And it's not because I have to force myself to not have them. I just don't crave them all the time. But when I do, I love to have them on hand. We have our sliced baby Bella mushrooms. Again, another great veggie to just bulk up your meals. Also, I just love mushrooms. I love them so much. So more of those guys here. We have the sriracha for my husband who's obsessed. We are going to do some ground turkey, which we haven't done in a really long time. So I'm excited to make something delicious out of these guys. Our ginger root. And again, this is like an ultimate healer. I want to try growing ginger in my garden. I really just want to grow a garden. Let's start there. But I would really love to grow some ginger. I hear it is not that hard. So fingers crossed. Let's see. The almonds that are so good for helping me to sleep at night. And that's really the only time I have them. We had almonds sitting in our pantry for the longest time, and I hadn't touched them until I saw that hack about sleep. And it has been working so well for me. So again, comment below and let me know if you want me to make the shake that has been helping me to sleep so well, and I will make it for you. We have our Halo Top ice cream for my beautiful, delicious husband. Our bananas that pair beautifully with our almonds for our night-night shake. Our organic strawberries, some more lemons, some limes. I love to cook our ground beef with the lime and like a carne asada seasoning packet. So good. Our made good treats. So these are the granola bites and then the granola bars. So in a pinch, when we're running out the door, we have to be somewhere and we don't have time to make a meal and we don't want to eat out because, eating out can just be really difficult. It is so nice to grab one of these, throw it in our bag or in the car and just take off. Then our Vidalia onions, because, onions are life. I love cooking with onions. They are just, the flavor amazing. And then our limoncello LaCroix waters. So that is the first part of our grocery haul for today. All of these foods, like I said, I really try to prioritize whole foods, which are single ingredient in their natural state. It is my favorite. It has been so game changing for my body, for my health, for my muscle gains, my sleep, my hormones. I mean, you name it, it has been fantastic. So we are going to just hang out and wait for Whole Foods to show up, and then I will show you that haul. It's a few hours later and Whole Foods finally delivered. So let me show you all the goodies we got from there. First up on our wonder list is coconut water. I love using coconut water to add to my protein shakes. It gives it a really nice flavor, extra hydration, and a little creaminess, which I'm obsessed with. Next, we have our oats. This is our preferred brand. These guys are gluten-free, and while all oats and rice and that type of stuff is gluten-free naturally, when it does say gluten-free on the package, it just means that they're processed in a facility that does not process gluten products, if you know what I mean. But we love these guys very, very much. We have some fig balsamic vinegar here. So this is not a regular staple for us, but I am trying to get back in the habit of eating my greens. And so I wanted to put some balsamic vinegar on my greens. So these guys are 1 tablespoon is 45 calories. So I don't typically use more than that. So I just need to be careful when I'm using my balsamic vinegar, but that is her. We have some siete salsa. This is my favorite siete salsa. It's got a little bit of spice to it. It is so good. I love to add this to salads and burrito bowls. I love to cook my ground beef and put a little bit of that in it. So delicious. Then we have a few more limes because I forgot that I added limes to our Whole Foods order, but that's okay because I feel like you can never have too much citrus. Then these are the seasoning packets I was talking about when I was saying that I use the carne asada seasoning in my ground beef. This is it. I love this stuff. The ingredients are really clean. There is, let's see, where is it? Organic paprika, garlic, onion, cumin, chili, black pepper, chipotle, and oregano. So nice and clean. I add a little bit of salt and she is fabulous. Then these miracle noodles, they are so good. We recently started using these to make some like spaghetti bolognese or even have it in some chicken soup. Add a little bit of this, but this is 5 calories for a serving, and I believe half of this is a serving. And then this has like practically no carbs. There's 3 grams of carbs, no protein, no fat. So if you are vibing a noodle situation, you're in a noodle mood, these are a really great way to go. So I'm really glad that we found them. We throw them in the fridge and just grab them whenever we need them. Then some heirloom tomatoes. I am obsessed with heirloom tomatoes. I would love to grow these guys. Maybe in the future. We'll see. Raspberries. I love raspberries. So while my husband gravitates towards strawberries, and I do love those guys, I typically go for the raspberries. They are so delicious. So while they are nice and sweet and in season and all the things, I hit them hard. Microgreens. This is micro bok choy. Bok choy is something that I just want to get into eating far more often. I like hardly ever eat it, but the microgreens are so easy to throw into a salad, throw on the side of your eggs, a little hash, really whatever you're eating. So microgreens are so nutrient dense. If you want a lot of micronutrients, this is where it's at. It's the microgreens. Then some Yukon Gold potatoes. These are my favorite potatoes of all time. I love a Yukon Gold. They're just so creamy and delicious. Moving on, we have some asparagus. We love to grill up some asparagus, grill up some steaks, and maybe have a little side of Yukon Gold potatoes or the white sweet potato, which is this guy here. And it is so delicious. So this is batch 1 of our sweet potatoes. Wait, because more is coming up. Moving on, we have our greens. So we have a head of romaine lettuce here, and then a head of red leaf lettuce. So you've probably heard me say this before. Eat the rainbow. Color is where it's at. Have different colors. So I love that we have the crispy romaine, and then the red in this lettuce right here is so fantastic. And then we throw in this nutrient dense micro bok choy, which is delicious. So heaps and heaps of micronutrients when you are not just eating greens and veggies, but adding extra colors. Fantastic. Here is pile number 2 of our sweet potatoes, but these guys really are good. I order easily 10 of these every single week. And I mean, they never do us wrong. I will show you how I love to make these. Often I throw them in the Instant Pot, but lately, I would say for the last couple months, I've been making them in the air fryer and they are delicious. Then we have some wild caught cod. These guys are frozen. They're super clean. There's nothing in them except for cod. And I love that. This is a fantastic lean protein. So if you want lower fat, this is a really great option, and fish is just so good for you. So there's no skin on this. We love to throw it in the air fryer and it is perfection. Then we have a couple of ribeyes here. So ribeyes, yes, on the fatty side when it comes to meats, but we have this once a week, once every other week, just a special little treat. And like I said, we love to pair it with some asparagus, some potatoes, and call it good. Then every week I get at least 1 whole chicken, but often 2. So there you go. These guys are air chilled, which I love. They're also organic, which I love. So I love to make soups. I love to just butterfly these, or like you cut out the backbone and you open it up, and I love to air fry them that way. So delicious. And then I can shred it up. I can put that shredded meat in the freezer. I can put it in the fridge and eat from it for a few days. It is fantastic, but I really think buying a whole chicken is more cost effective than buying just chicken breast or chicken thighs or, the chicken in pieces. But that's not everyone's vibe, and sometimes you just need more than like 2 chicken breasts or whatever. But I love getting our chicken from Whole Foods because it's like the one place where I can find organic and also air chilled. If it's not air chilled, it's whatever, but organic for sure. I love to find organic meat whenever possible. Air chilled is something that I discovered, I think a couple years ago. I didn't really know what that meant, but basically when it's being processed, they process it one of 2 ways that I know of, and it is chilling it by air, or they chill it in water. So when it's air chilled, it has far less water the meat itself is not waterlogged, which is what happens when they chill it in water. So I personally can't taste the difference, but I have done a little research and the air chilled is supposed to be better and the meat quality is better and, you know, whatever. But honestly, I can't tell the difference. And then our chicken thighs. So this is one of those cases where I just need more than 2 chicken thighs that come in a whole chicken. So we got a couple of packs here. I will throw these guys in the air fryer, get them nice and crispy. My husband will remove the meat from the bone and take the skin off. I do not. I mean, I'm not eating the bone, but I do not because my current macros permit me to eat the chicken as is. And actually, because he's on a bulk now, he'll probably do that too. I don't know. But this is our Whole Foods haul in all its glory. And that is everything we bought today to sustain our health, to heal our bodies, to make those beautiful muscles in the gym, to recover on our off days, to support our hormones and our sleep and all the things. I really, really love and believe in Whole Foods and their healing abilities. I am just obsessed. I love, like, at every opportunity that I have to do a little bit more research and find out what the healing properties are of different foods. And if I'm feeling a certain way, what can help me with that. I am so obsessed. I should have been a witch doctor. I should have. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite healing food is. I would love to know. I will see you next time, friend. Well.